The best strategy games for Mac have always been excellent, but in recent years, they got even better. In this video, I will show you some best strategy games for Mac in 2021. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Mini Motorways. From the world of politics and diplomacy, now land on the city's traffic. Mini Motorways strategy game for Mac assigns you a mammoth task of managing city traffic. World over, there are cities growing dynamically, and heavy traffic is a challenge. To ensure a smooth flow of traffic, you can build an efficient road network. For this purpose, you can seek the help of stunning maps and other upgrades. Next up we have Civilization 6. Civilization 6 Mac game offers more excitement than its predecessor. The most notable feature is the rise and fall of your empire. If you are a real leader, you can take your kingdom to its golden age. Otherwise, you will have to face dire consequences of the Dark Age. However, with your political acumen, you can bring back your old glory of the Golden Age. You can take on challenges of Dark Age and rise again with a heroic age. Next up we have Total War 3 Kingdoms. Set in 190 AD, Three Kingdoms explores a beautiful but fractured China. The time for a new emperor has finally come, and as one of 11 legendary warlords, you'll fight to unite the country under your rule and create the next great dynasty. And as can be expected from a Total War game, Three Kingdoms combines a gripping turn-based campaign of empire building with stunning real-time battles. Next up we have Stellar Commanders. Stellar Commanders combines the best of multiplayer and strategy games. You can control distant planets by joining hands with other players. And if you fail to annihilate your enemies in 7 minutes, the planet explodes. You can select weapons like rockets, tanks, and stealth generators. Moreover, this free game also offers bombastic orbital satellites. Use your strategy for surgical or strategic strikes. Next up we have Into the Breach. Into the Breach is a tactical strategy game from the same team that did FTL Faster Than Light. Set in a far future, you'll take control of huge mechs to fight off hordes of gigantic monsters and save the world. This may sound a lot like Pacific Rim, but the game comes with a twist. Saving cities and civilians is more important than killing the monsters. Next up we have Northgard. Based on Norse mythology, Northgard gives you control of a clan of Vikings trying to conquer and settle on a newfound continent. This RTS reminds me a lot of the glory days of Age of Empires. You have to gather resources, create buildings and train soldiers, fishermen and scouts. But similarities with old-school classics stop there. Northgard introduces modern mechanics that give the game a fresh and interesting feel. Next up we have Xcom 2. Xcom 2 is a turn-based strategy game that continues the story of the original Xcom. Humans lost the war against the aliens, and the remaining survivors have to live under their rule. The future is grim, and the only hope is the tiny resistance army, which you'll lead. Xcom 2 features excellent turn-based combat missions, where the use of cover and special abilities is crucial. Next up we have Starcraft 2. The follow-up to one of the most famous RTS games in history, Starcraft 2 shouldn't need an introduction. This space RTS depicts a fascinating war between the Terrans, Zerg, and Protoss. But what sets this game apart is the gameplay. Starcraft 2 is fast, precise and features perfectly balanced factions. The game is definitely easy to grasp and get into, but insanely hard to master. Next up we have Tropico 5. Packed with a host of new gameplay features and new artwork designed from scratch, Tropico 5 takes the series into a new direction. Dynasties. You, as El Presidente, will first take control of the infamous island of Tropico during early colonial times and then guide it through the centuries as the world changes and moves ever forward. You must tackle the changing needs of your people, as well as opposing governments and factions, and thus lay the foundations for your own dynasty. The last game of this video is Battletech. Battletech takes you fast forward to 3025. However, the situation does not sound any better than the present days. Because mankind has not made much progress. Combat is part and parcel of life. Every day, there is a battle between noble houses spread around the galaxy. You are a bodyguard of Lady Urano, who has to manage political infights, apart from saving her own region. So that's the list of 10 best strategy games for Mac that you can play in 2021. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel Games Puff, and press the bell icon for more gaming updates.